Hey guys, this is Charlie from Adventures with Charlie and welcome to a special top 10. Now, what am I going to do for this top 10? Well, seeing as I'm a Thomas fan, I think it makes sense that I would say what my 10 favourite Thomas and Friends episodes are. I mean, let's be honest, there are so many good episodes in the show. Oh, but it would be hard to pick. But I did manage to find 10 I really love. Of the most. So, without further ado, on to the countdown. I'm Charlie Lipinski, and these are my top 10 best Thomas and Friends episodes. Number 10, Grandpuff. Now, I'll explain why I didn't put this with Sleeping Beauty later. Because usually you'd find both Grandpuff and Sleeping Beauty together, but whenever they're on our top 10 list. Well, I found Grandpuff to be a very adult episode for the show. Yeah, it feels very grown up and mature. It's a sad story about out of just a little engine who was trapped in a shed and was forgotten. Yeah, it's sad to think of it. Just us that Duke is also a really good character. He's definitely one of my favourite Navigate engines as well. Oh, I always thought Duke was the best character as Navigate character because he was the only one to have a tender. The Noel Bertrand doesn't well, if you only appear in one episode, you told and then, well, yeah, what's the point of having you? Anyway, I will admit that I did like how Duke is a great character in my opinion, which makes Grandpuff a great episode. Number 9, Useful Railway. Useful Railway is a really good episode in my opinion. In fact, I'd say it's one of season 20's best. It's been since season 4 that we had a Railway Series adaptation. And we got 3 in season 20. The first being Tit for Tat, the second Mike's Whistle, and the third one, which is definitely the best of the 3, A Useful Railway. Why I love this one so much is that it goes deep into Rex's personality of who he really is. That's why we love this episode so much. Rex is also a really good character on his own. I mean, just in 8 minutes and 46 seconds, this little green engine is given a lot for this episode. So, of proving Vince he wants to get his work done, and finds job easy. And sometimes can be a bit full of himself, which makes Rex my favourite miniature engine, and Useful Railway my favourite Railway Series adaptation in the CGI series so far. Number 8, Thomas and Gordon. Now, so it has a reason why it's on this list. It's the first ever Thomas episode, so it makes sense that the first ever Thomas episode would be on this list, and for good reason. This is a really good and a good start to a show. Oh, right up the with Welcome to Camp Welcome from Bunk, or Study Date from Good Luck Charlie. What makes this one great in my opinion is that it gives us a great introduction to who Thomas is as a character. In fact, that's what the whole first season does. It shows who Thomas is and his friends are. Like Thomas is the #1 tank engine. Then the main character. Ed was the old white blue engine. Henry's the youth-friendly green engine. Green engine is afraid of rain. Gordon's the Express S engine. He can get a bit boastful. James is the red tender engine. Percy is the all green saddle tank engine. And the list goes on. It really gives us an introduction to who these characters are. And plus, they do offer so much which makes them very likeable in my opinion. I will say that that's really a great start to a great show, which makes Thomas and Gordon a great episode. Number 7, Sleeping Beauty. Alright, this is why I didn't put Grandpa's Sleeping Beauty together. I just found Sleeping Beauty just a much better episode in my opinion. Yeah, allow me to explain why I love Sleeping Beauty much more than I do with Grandpa. Well, here's the thing. Sleeping Beauty goes deeper, in my opinion, as it shows, it does what no other Thomas show, just like two-parter, has done before. Like what happened previously in the episode. So that the beginning, even if it didn't go previously on Thomas and Friends, and it shows what happened, and that's why I love this episode a little bit more. That and, well, if I had to say one thing that I love the most about this episode, it shows others who eat very well about our Duke, and that he's never forgotten. So I just really want to see more of Duke. I mean, he's a great character, so I want him in the show more. Or if Mattel ever thinks about it, then maybe Duke will come back. Maybe in season 25. As soon as they find a new animation studio. Who knows? But Sleeping Beauty is a true beauty. No pun intended. Number 6. Henry Gets the Express. Yeah, another CGI episode, but this is probably my favourite episode from this 20th season. Why? Because it's so hilarious. I mean, we haven't seen Henry pull the Express since season 1, and in my opinion. And it just felt like a classic series episode. Yeah, it's one of those CGI episodes that feels like a classic series episode. Everything about this episode is perfection. It was definitely one of my favourite episodes. So back when season 20 first aired. When season 20 first aired, I really did find was one of those people who felt like, yeah, this is a classic series episode. So it feels really good in my opinion. Like it is a classic series episode. And yeah, sometimes I feel like, yeah, it's supposed to be a classic series episode. Which, actually, it's a good thing that I think of it. Anyway, if I did have to have one problem. It would be that we didn't get to see Gordon pull the flying kiver out. That would have been spot on. Seriously, if they did that, I would have been laughing so hard of how amazing that scene would have been. But it doesn't. But there's always something about Henry. Henry got the Express as well as an amazing episode. In my opinion. Number 5. Free the Roads. Oh, this has got to be one of the best CGI episodes in a while. Yeah, I really did find Free the Roads an episode that was very amazing. Yeah, Bulgy is definitely in character here. I mean, I love Bulgy. See, and I've always wanted to see more of him in CGI series ever since his return in Unscheduled Stops. And then this episode was a great introduction. What I'm hoping sets with Clear the Road ending, then we get to see his main personality, since it's said that he will probably be in the episode. If he's in that episode, it would just make Clear the Road ending just a really good episode, in my opinion. Just see that now. Anyway, another thing that makes Free the Road amazing is that Bulgy has a great personality and actually succeeds with his goal of getting rid of the railways until it backfires when he carries too many passengers. Now that was delivered perfectly. In fact, I always say that Free the Road is one of the greatest premieres to a Thomas season. And you'll understand why when you watch this amazing CGI episode. Anyway, number 4. What? The Fish, Series 4. Fish is always an episode that I sometimes can forget about. Yet when I remember it, what I remember about Fish is that it's a really good episode. Yeah. Sometimes when I watch that episode, I do find it very good. Yeah, Doug and Henry are in great character here. The crash scene I remember was one of my favourite crash scenes when I was younger. I found it very fun. And when Doug crashed into the back of Henry's train, that was done really well in my opinion. It's definitely one of my favourite episodes from the 4th season. Well, probably my favourite because I really liked this episode. Yeah, it's a really good episode. There was a lot that I really enjoyed when watching this one in particular. Yeah, I really found a lot of amazement when I watched this episode. It's been a while since I saw Fish, but I know that Fish is an episode that doesn't stink. Anyway, number 3. Not now, Charlie. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but before you go, oh, why put an episode about Charlie on there? Let me explain. You'd probably think that Charlie would be my favourite character, one of my favourite characters, since, well, I'm called Charlie. Yes, he is. And this has got to be my favourite Charlie episode. I mean, when Charlie sees the elephant, he gets so grown up. Like, he he starts realizing that there's more than just playing pranks and some practical jokes. Yeah, that's what I love so much when it came to Charlie's personality. See, with this episode, so alone, I really did think that Charlie's personality in this episode was brilliant. And it shows what happens when you tell too many jokes. No one believes you. This is why Not Now Charlie is one of my favourite episodes. It shows a grown-up Charlie. It proves Charlie is more than just a silly engine who likes playing jokes. And that's why Not Now Charlie is not only just one of my favourite episodes, but my favourite Charlie episode. Number 2, Ghost Train. This episode is one of the darkest from season 2. In fact, it's so dark but so good at the same time. In fact, I really love this episode. It's great, in my opinion. There are a lot of things I found that were perfect when it came to Ghost Train. Probably because season 2 was one of my favourite seasons when I was younger. And this episode was definitely one of my favourites. I always found Ghost Train to be a really good episode. I liked the darker tone the episode was putting in. And I found it very, very interesting. And that scene at the end with Thomas going, I need to see a coach about a train, that always leaves me chuckling. Then, I mean, you just need to watch this episode. It's dark, yes, but that line with Thomas many lines with Thomas in at the end of the episode, like with, I must find Amy and Clara. Let's just say it's one of the spookier episodes of the show, which it's why I love it so much. Now, before I get on to my number 1 favourite Thomas episode, some honourable mentions. Let's quickly. An Engine of Many Colours. This is an episode that I really felt that was really good in my opinion, and I really did enjoy how it continued on between Ina Shed for Edward and the fastest red engine on Sodor. The other 2 Arsdale episodes. Both of those episodes are really good. I really liked both Bike's Whistle and Tit for Tat. And even if both of them weren't as good as Useful Railway, in my opinion. And Thomas Comes to Breakfast. I always chuckle when I have watched this episode. It's always funny with the crash scene when Thomas crashes into a station master's house. And it was referenced really well in the song when the world is Thomas in the movie Big Will Be Adventures. It was done perfectly. Especially the Kristen G was station master's house. Anyway, back onto the honourable mentions. It's Percy's Chocolate Crunch. When Thomas says, you look good enough to eat, Percy, I agree. Plus, the episode is really good. Not only because of the crashing, it was splendidly done, but also shows that how Percy desperately wants a wash. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of him becoming like the new James, in my opinion. For that episode in particular. The Flying Kipper. Yeah, Henry has so many good episodes. And the classic series really showed. I really found out a lot when it came to this episode. And And it was so close to getting like the number 9 spot on the list. And even the number 10. And if it went, and for how good Grand Puff was. And the final honourable mention, and it's known I don't know, it then gets lost. I found that episode really dark, yes, spooky, and I love it. I really found season 5 a great season because of all of the dark episodes we had. And now, my number 1 favourite episode of Thomas and Friends is Thomas and the Royal Engine. This is a special episode, not only to celebrate the 75th anniversary of Thomas. No, my friends, that's not why I love this episode. The reason why I love this episode is that it's something I've always wanted Thomas to do. Go to London to see the Queen. I mean, sure, he saw the Queen in the episode King Arts and Queens. But I always wanted him to go to London to meet the Queen. And the episode did it perfectly. I found Duchess is a great, likeable character. I found, and the fact, on the journey to London, a very good journey, and it was nice to see Beresford again. In fact, I really would agree that it's one of the best CGI episodes. I was feeling like a classic episode at the show before, because Ghost Train was my favourite episode up until this. This one came in. I really did find a lot, which is why I love Thomas and the Royal Engine so much. It might be a special, yes, but it counts as an episode, plus my favourite episode of Thomas and Friends. And that's what I got for my top 10 favourite Thomas episodes. What are your favourite top 10 Thomas episodes? If you haven't done your top 10 video, let me know in the comment section below. And if you are going to do your and if you do a top 10 episode video, or if you already have, let me know in the comment section below and maybe I'll watch it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.